the brand new Taylormade P770 irons. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. Guys, first things first, I'd like to warmly welcome you all back to the channel, or to the channel if you're new to the channel. If you are new to the channel, make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button before you leave. That way you won't miss any of the great golf related content that we bring to you guys every single day. In today's video, I think these are going to be big, really big. So guys, you may notice that today we have a little bit of a change of scenery. Today we are down at the Golf Catcher Academy in Poole near Bournemouth, and for me, it's the perfect place to try these brand new irons from Taylormade. Enough about that, let's talk irons. So today I've got the 9 iron, the 7 iron and the 5 iron in these clubs, and they're that new. I've still got to take the, I mean this is the best bit of new golf clubs anyway, isn't it? Taking off the wrappers, but anyway, so 9 iron, 7 iron, 5 iron. We're going to talk specs, we're going to talk tech, we're going to try not to fall over golf balls, and we're also going to talk how these look just like the best-selling irons Taylormade have ever made, but better. Let's start with the 9 iron. We'll hit a few shots, and looking down at it already, I mean, I'm just going to repeat what I've just said. It looks just like the Taylormade P790, which everybody loved. Pros loved them, low handicaps loved them, mid handicaps loved them, even high handicap golfers loved them. But these look better, they look smaller, they look sleeker, they look like I could maybe game these, and you could probably game them, and you could probably, you couldn't game them. You couldn't game them. Right, anyway, enough of that. 9 iron, ball in the hitting zone. Well, it could be a line ball to start with. Okay, so what I would pretty much expect from a 9 iron, that was actually, and I'll show you the proof here, that was actually a little bit heely. That's the first shot I've ever hit with that golf club, and it's still gone 145 yards. I mean, I didn't shank it, but it wasn't good. So guys, as you all know, it is absolutely imperative to me that you're a part of these videos, and by that, I want you to hit those comments below. So today, I want you to comment below, did you try the Taylormade P790s? Did you play with them? Did you buy them? And if you did, how do you feel about these? Come on, let's have a slightly better strike with that. Oh, that's a little bit left. Strike was good. That's gone a long way. That's gone a long way, and that was more out the middle, so I would expect it to go a long way as well. Let's hit one more with this 9 iron, then let's hit some 7 irons and some 5 irons. Also, let's talk specs, let's talk tech, and let's talk, Taylormade are calling it a sibling rivalry, which I kind of get because I've got an older brother and he's a bit older brother. So the P770s are a forged iron, so you do kind of get that little bit of a softer feel, which, to be honest, everybody needs in their life, don't they? Nobody wants a hard feeling iron. Nobody. That's a little bit left as well. Again, great strike though. Consistent, very consistent. Right guys, so that's us done with the 9 iron, and I know what you're all thinking. What is in these golf clubs? What technology have Taylormade put into these P770s that isn't already in the P790? Well, I'm going to tell you straight from the spec sheet. I can tell you they have a compact player's shape, which I must say, especially looking at the long iron, looking at the 5 iron, this is the 7 iron, looking at the 5 iron, you can definitely tell it looks so much sleeker than the P790. I'm going to put a comparison on there now. No, I'm not, because I haven't got a P790. I'm going to put a picture now of this P770 at address. It's got definitely less offset than the P790. It's got a shorter blade length, thinner top line, everything you would want. But you also still have that forged hollow body construction. You also still have the speed foam, you have the speed pocket, you have the... I mentioned about the progressive ICT. I don't think I did. So the progressive ICT is the inverted cone technology, and it basically means that is a strategically located technology in different clubs in the different heads, so that you can get the correct spin rate, you can get better ball speed on off-centre hits, which is why potentially with that first shot we hit, where we hit it a bit heely, we've still got some decent numbers. Let's take a look at the 7-iron. Let's move up into the 5-iron, because this is where potentially a lot of people might be thinking, can I use the P7MBs in the short irons? Can I use the P7MCs, those ones there that just fell over, in the mid-irons? And then can I use the P770s in the long irons? Or even P790s? Okay, so first shot there with the 7-iron, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the hollow construction in these clubs, because it's, I mean, I'm not a scientific man, as you all know. It's quite impressive. So the hollow body construction in the P770s consists of a thin wraparound 410/40 forged face, which sounds pretty cool, to be fair. Like I said, I'm not a scientific man, but we also have this tungsten weight in the toe, which for me is nothing new, but that's the beauty of it. The P790 was such a good club. It didn't need absolutely changing. It didn't need taking apart. It didn't need, I mean, to be honest, it's still there. It didn't really need anything doing to it. It's still going to be a very, very good club. It's still on the market. It's still in the family of irons, but if it needed to be anything, it needed to be smaller. And that first 7-iron felt fantastic as well. That was a terrible strike. This is going to be very interesting. Ball speed, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. We will talk lofts in a second, because I know that everyone just screams lofts at the moment, don't they? Where's that ball gone? What was that? Carried the same as my 7-iron when I absolutely rip it. Oh, that's miles. This could be the one that I worry about with these clubs, potentially. Still going, yeah, that's still, you see the difference? You see the difference variation, you see the difference in those shots is 15 yards. And a green, usually front to back, is about 15 yards? Green front to back? Further, yeah, okay. Well, you just ruined my point there, but anyway. So yeah, about 15 yards. Now, one of the real interesting points here is you'll see that on the 9-iron we have no little black line there. The 7-iron we do, the 5-iron we do. That's because that is the speed pocket, and we don't necessarily need those on the shorter irons. We don't need them in the pitching wedge, the 9-iron, the 8-iron. But as you get to the 7-iron, we start to see that through slot speed pocket, which is designed to maximise ball speed and forgiveness. So that's why the 7-iron's going miles. Now guys, I was going to talk lofts to you, and by I still am. So the lofts on these clubs, the 3-iron is 19.5. In fact, I'll put them on the screen here. 3-iron 19.5, 4-iron 22.4, 5-iron 25.5, 6-iron 29 degrees, 7-iron 33 degrees. Now that, I think that's not bad. That is not bad. I mean, we do sometimes see 7-irons ranging in the 27 degrees at the moment, because that's where the distance comes from. So although, don't get me wrong, it's not traditional. I'll come back in the light to you. It's definitely not traditional, but it's not overly strong. 33 for a 7. What was the pitching wedge? Pitching wedge, 46. Not bad, not bad. Right, a few more 7-irons, then we'll go 5-irons, and we'll have a roundup. I'm quite impressed with these, I must say. There's another Healy one. Oh, that's the one. How good is that? 173 carry. Right guys, that is 5 shots hit with the 9-iron, 5 shots hit with the 7-iron. The only thing left, and this is the club I've been looking forward to the most, the 5-iron. Can we get this 200? What's a good return with this? I think 5-iron, 215 is a good return with this. Let's see. Right, 5-iron. I've been looking forward to this all day. Oh, that's a long way. I'm going to come back and share this moment with you, because that's a long way. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, 200 carry, still going. We said 215 was a good one. Let me just show you that, because that's, I mean, we've not spoke numbers just yet, but looking at that last shot, spinning at 3.5, a little bit low, but come on, 5-iron. Right, so although I'd love to finish on that one well-struck, absolutely massive 5-iron, I'm going to hit you a couple more shots just to get some comparisons. We'll take a look at all the numbers. One thing I think might struggle, as we all know guys, if you watch my videos, I'm quite a low spin player anyway, so could I game them? I think the vanity side could let me, because the great thing is they look fantastic. In the bag, they look fantastic. Down at the ball, look fantastic. They just look fantastic. But could I game them with spin? Because that's the big one. That's the big one. Oh, that was terrible. For left! It's been a while. That was no one in those next bays. That wasn't very good. Right. It's going a long way for a miss it, because that was Healy as well. That's the one that makes you think I might have to put the order in straight away. Pretty much. Put the order in, what was that? 212. Right, one more shot, last shot with the Taylormade P770 irons. Will it be the last shot I ever hit with them? It might be, but I was going to say doubtful, but I mean, to be fair, the only reason I say that is how good does that look? And there'll be a lot of people who think the same, I think. Right, brilliant. Come on, 220. Because it's obviously now a long drive competition with the 5-iron, isn't it? I know that Alex Etches is watching this video, and I know that he's going to hit this 5-iron probably 280. So if I can get 220, then that means the world. That was bottomy, so probably not. Very bottomy. No. Right guys, the Taylormade P770 irons. What do I think? How far did they go? What did they spin like? How did they feel? And how did they look? We'll start with the looks. They look fantastic, but how did they feel? They felt pretty good. What did they spin like? Well, I've got the numbers here and I'll put these on the screen for you now. The 9-iron first, the 9-iron averaged at 6,700 spin, which is pretty low, but I am a low spin player anyway, so it's not something which I'd be overly worried about. Carry distance average 142, total distance 150, which is obviously a long way for me, we all know that. The 7-iron, average spin 4,500. That's really low, isn't it? And that for me is one of the real reasons why a lot of low handicap players, a lot of high ball speed players didn't choose to use the P790. And looking at this, could I hit a 7-iron that's spinning at kind of 4.5? Probably not. The average distance, obviously massive, 172 carry, 184 total. That is like 15 yards above my 7-iron, so it's playing a couple of clubs longer. And what about the 5-iron? I really enjoyed hitting the 5-iron. I had a bit of fun with it, hit some fantastic shots, hit some terrible shots, but the 5-iron spun on average at 3,400. Again, very, very low. That is some people's driver spin numbers, to be fair. Average carry 189. There was a couple of real bad swings in there. And an average total number of 205. It's there. So after testing these Taylormade P770 irons, which are brand new for 2020, what do I think? For me, they're definitely ticking the boxes on the looks, they're definitely ticking the boxes on the feel. If you strike them out the middle, I felt the miss hits were a little bit kind of not the best, but then there were miss hits and there were, yeah, anyway. Basically, looks-wise, they look absolutely fantastic. I think these are going to do really, really well just off the shelf appeal. The P790 does now have a rival, and it's still got a Taylormade badge on it. So yeah, that's basically what we're going to finish on. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. Also ring the notification bell, then you won't miss any of the great golf related content I bring to you guys every day. Make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the Taylormade family of irons and the hybrids and wedges, and cool putter come out as well. So if you do want to see that, subscribe and you won't miss it. Like this video if you have enjoyed it, and comment below which ones you're looking forward to hitting the most. Huge thanks to the guys at Golf Catcher Academy for hosting us. Fantastic venue, 6 awesome bays down here in Poole. Cheers, Ryan. You've been waiting to go on, haven't you? And apart from that, guys, I'll just really look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Bye.